Hey guys, welcome back to another Gimpys Gal Guesses. This is my second of like 4 that Gimpy has for me to do. So you're going to be seeing a lot of me. Hope you don't mind. I'm just going to jump right on in. So if you're new, welcome. Be sure to give it a like and subscribe at the end if you enjoyed it. And if you've been here before, welcome back. Let's jump into this. So on today's guesses, it's going to be Axis and Allies. It says Europe 1940 2nd edition, a World War II strategy game. It's 2 boxes, so it's pretty big. So we'll just start with this top box here. So we have, this is what the front of it looks like. Very nostalgic, very era appropriate, or era. You know what I'm saying? Appropriate. This is the front of the box. Back of the box looks like this. We do have contents on this one, so I'm going to read that real quick. We have a rule book, a game board, 5 national storage boxes, 1 research and development chart, 1 battle casualty strip, 100 national control markers, 16 naval base markers, 14 air base markers, 22 industrial complex markers, 80 chips, 6 dice, which should be die, correct? And 610 plastic miniatures. It says extra large 35 by 32 inch game board for a greater play experience, includes Italian miniatures, as well as mechanized infantry, tactical bomber, and AAA pieces, anti-aircraft artillery. And then on the top it says decide the fate of a nation and the destiny of the world. That's very iconic. This is by Avalon Hill and Hasbro. So yeah, that's the back of the box. So we're going to go ahead and, this is box 1. These do come together. Like both of these boxes are part of this. So we'll just go through one at a time. And let's just dump it out here on the table. Okay. So it looks like, excuse me. We have some boxes with some things in them. We have some counters, some other pieces, books, and mats, it looks like. So let's just kind of flip everything over. So I'm coming at it from the right angle here. We'll do these boxes last. Let's just look at the maps really quick since they're here. That way I can go ahead and put them in. Here is one, I don't know if this is one part of the map or one map. Let's open the other one and see if they fit together. No. Well, I mean, it might fit together. Yeah, looks like it does actually fit together because if you look, scooch these over. So right here, hopefully you can get this all on frame. If not, I apologize. But there is 1 through 40 on the top here. Kind of slide it around so you can see. So these look like they go together and they do fit pretty perfectly together. So it's a pretty good size map. Like it's at 35 by 32 inches. I don't think that the whole map is in frame, but that gives you an idea of how big it is. It is good, like thick cardboard material. It says Axis and Allies, Europe 1940. We have mobilization zone. And then, like I said, across the top is numbered from 1 to 40. And then I don't see anything else on here to indicate like charts, or it doesn't say this is map 1. Now there are numbered squares across the board. So there is that. So that's in the first box. Those are the maps that were in the first box. And then we have this, which popped out, but it's player aid looking like counters, but bigger. So we have research and development chart. And then we have whatever this middle part looks like, kind of a measurement tool. It says casualty zone with different flags and symbols on it. And then we have this, which has different planes and ships and different types of military people, like infantry, artillery, and there's nothing on the back of those, but that's what those look like. So those are definitely used. Like the research and development chart has breakthrough chart 1 and breakthrough chart 2. And then this says attacker 1, 2, 3, and 4. So these somehow come into play. And then we have 1 sheet of counters. And it looks like it's just all the different countries that are involved in this. And then you have some planes, some numbered things over here that I don't know what they mean, and I have no earthly idea what this is supposed to be. Maybe a shovel digging or missiles being buried or something. I can't really honestly tell what that is, but here's the counters a little bit more close up if you want to pause and screenshot. Gimpy goes into more detail of all this stuff when he plays the game. I'm just kind of previewing it for you. So those are the first 3 things that come in that first box. And then we have the rule book. We'll look at real quick before we open this bunch of little boxes. So this is just a paper rule book, and it is 42 pages. In the back you have an Axis and Allies game piece directory, and then it just breaks down the rules of play. Doesn't say anything about scenarios or anything in this, so I don't know if there's scenarios or not, but this does not say that there are. It does say that it's for 12 and up, 2 to 5 players. So that's what the rule book looks like. Nothing crazy, but gets the job done. And then this is what looks most interesting to me. It is very organized, which I love. And each one has a name on it. So this is going to make my job super easy today because it has all the countries' names on it. So we're just going to take a look at this one first. This is Italy setup. And it literally tells you what you need. If you're playing as Italy, this is my guess, what you need to set up to start the game with. And it lists it all on the front. I'm not going to read it because all of them have it. But this is, I'm guessing, what's in this box. It says 10 IPCs right here. And then it lists all the things like Southern Italy, this is what you need. Northern Italy, this is what you need. Albania, Libya, lists different countries or states, whatever they'd be called. And then what you need for to start the game, I guess, is each of those. And then inside, we have, looks like ships and planes and trucks, different kinds of automobiles. I'll just give you a little sneak peek if I can open it. It's hard when I don't have like scissors or tools that I can use. Okay, there we go. So we have like little ship of sorts here. There are little planes, different shapes and sizes, and then there was a truck too. Oh, here's a little tank. Isn't he so cute? Look at that tank. Oh, he's so cute. These are really cute. And then there's a little truck. So yeah, these are really cute pieces, but that's what's in this first box, or first bag in this first box. Then we have different, like military people, army men, marines, whatever you want to call them. They look like this. And then we have some, looks like counters. They look like poker chips, but they're probably counters or placement tokens or something. But you have green, red, and gray. And then we have a bag of 3 black and 3 red 6-sided dice. So that's what comes in this Italy one. And again, I like how it says Italy setup. And then for each, you know, if you're, I guess maybe you play as Italy as a whole. And then in each of these places, this is what you set up. Just a guess, but sticking with it. Then we have a Soviet Union setup. It says 28 IPCs. I think that's a C. It could be a G, but it looks like C. Yeah, so there's this one, which I'm guessing has quite the same. Okay, so this one just has planes, tanks, ships, and guys in it. So no dice or counters in this box. But you do have more plane and guys in it, and it's quite a lot. There's a good number. And then Germany setup, which is 30 IPCs, I'm guessing. And again, this one, these are black. We have some more guys, and then some more transportation, planes, ships, trucks, tanks. And this one, so it looks like that first box is the only one that had dice and counters in it. The rest of them just have the vehicles and the people. Now this one's a 2-parter, so it's United States and France. 17 IPCs or IPGs. I really cannot tell what that is, but I think it's a C. And this one has, blue. So we have one army military guys in blue and 1 bag of blue vehicles. And then we have green. army guys and transportation vehicles, whatever you want to call them. That's what's in the United States and France box. And I'm kind of moving through because there is a whole nother box to this one. And then United Kingdom setup. Again, more of the same, just different colors. So that's pretty cool that it tells you on the box that contains the pieces what exactly you need to start up. And it all packs, look at this, very neatly back inside the box. And that's box 1. That wasn't too terribly long, but let's jump into box 2, see what else we have to work with here. So again, I'll just show you the back, and it looks like the same that it says on the other, just for box 2. It doesn't say box 2. I don't think there's anything different. There is different people on the front of this one. So if you look, I don't know if they're both going to be in frame, but there are different people. So like this is box 1 that I opened, and then this is box 2. So there are different people. Pardon me. So let's pull this out here. Here are the maps. Here's a rule book. Here, these pieces seem to just pop right out of this holder because it did that in the other box too. 1 sheet of counters, and then these boxes again. I think I packed the other box backwards because I put these on top and it looks like they were maybe on the bottom, but it all fits, so nonetheless, so no big deal. All right, so we'll do those last again. And we'll start to show you the counters really quickly. Looks like, again, more countries, and like there's some like Japanese looking symbols down here. Nothing on the back. They're one-sided tokens. Pause and screenshot if you want a better look at them. And then these pieces, which look the same as in the other box. So you have whatever this is with like the different vehicles and different people on it. And then it says attacker 1, 2, 3, 4. And then like on this side, it's attacker. On this side, it's defender. And then you have this little measurement tool looking thing that says casualty zone with the different flags on it. And then this piece of counters, which I realize now is counters, that again, I can't figure out what this piece, what these are supposed to be. Kind of looks like it's a shovel, and those could possibly be missiles, but I feel like I'm wrong. So again, Gimpy, if I'm wrong, dub over me and say what it actually is. And then planes, and then numbered pieces over here that look like maybe buildings, or I don't know what those are. But that's that little mini player aid counter, whatever you want to call that. Tools of the game. And then the maps. Let's see if these fit together. So here's, yeah, that's probably going to be the first. Nope, that's the, yeah. All right, so they go like this. I'm guessing that they all 4 fit together. This table isn't quite, well, the camera wouldn't even pick it up, even if I set them all up, the camera would never pick it up, so I'm not even going to bother. But this one says 1 to 40 across the top too, so I'm inclined to believe that they don't all fit together, like side by side, because then I feel like it would be numbered differently across the tops. Like you see here, it's 1 through 40 there across the top right here. So I feel like if they all 4 fit together from both boxes, then the numbers up there would be different. But the map, again, it doesn't say anything different on the map as far as like this is map 2 or map A. It just says Axis and Allies, Pacific 1940 on the bottom, and then like shows all the different countries and islands and different flags and things that match the counters that we've seen. So those are the maps. Fold up very easily. I'm going to put these in the bottom again just because I feel like that's how it should be packed. And then stick these counters in so I don't lose any of them. And then the rule book for this one, again, it looks much the same. Rule book, Pacific 1940, 2nd edition. I feel like this one's really boring. Like I feel like I'm just kind of like flying through it, but it's not, there's a lot, but there's not. Like there's a lot of things, but not a lot of things that require a lot of explanation or description. So hopefully you're sticking with me here. So this looks very, very much the same as the other one. So here's the back with the Axis and Allies game piece directory, which I do appreciate, especially even though I would never play one of these games because I'm not smart enough to figure out how to play it, and I do not have the attention span to sit down and learn how to play a game like this. Time out. I got to adjust. So even though I don't really have the attention span, I feel like to sit down and like be taught how to play this, if I were, I would appreciate this a lot because the back shows you the pieces and what side they are. So I know right away with all of these flags, what country those represent. I know what the counters mean, like infantry, which ones are artillery. I really like the breakdown of it. Very simple. Not a lot of numbers, not a lot of different things to remember. It's a key in the back of this rule book. I appreciate that. I didn't see this in the other one, but this is a tracking chart. I'm guessing you can make a copy of this so you can just make copies and then reuse it as you play. But yeah, this looks like just breaking down the rules for the game. Again, I don't see anything about scenarios or missions or anything. It looks like just like one standard rule book. So I'm guessing there's just one like set way to play the game. You just pick who you play as. But as far as like different scenarios or like I said, missions, I don't think that really is happening in this. Looks like it's just, you know. So we'll go through these really quickly. This is Anzac setup. I don't know what that means. These are Australian countries, New South Wales, Queensland, New Zealand, Malaya. It says 10 IPCs or IPGs. Again, I don't know. It looks like IPCs, so I'm going to stick with that. And here we have more transportation pieces and more guys. And it looks like they all are different colors. Even if some are just slightly different, it looks like they are all different, so they can be easily identified to what country they belong to. This is the China setup. Again, I so appreciate that it tells you right on the front of the box that contains those pieces, which of these you're going to need to set up to play the game as that country. Now, this one does have dice and counters in it, but it does not have any vehicles. So in this one, we just have some like pea green, pukey green, army men or military men. I always feel bad saying army men, even though that's what I would refer to those toys as. But since my husband's a Marine, I feel like I'm like going against my own when I call them army men instead of like Marines. But I think generally speaking, most people refer to the toy soldiers as army men, right? Not to mention most people that are not educated, who are ignorant, and I don't mean ignorant in a bad way, that just means you don't know what it is. A lot of people who don't know a lot about the military, I've learned this as I've been married to a Marine and I grew up in a military family, but a lot of people who are uneducated on the topic of the military will refer to the military as a whole as the Army. Like they don't understand that the different branches are very different, even though, yes, they all represent America and they all represent the U.S. And they all work together to defend the U.S. There are different branches. There are different boot camps. There are different jobs that they each do. And I think some people don't realize that. So that's why I say, when I say Army men, I feel like I'm going against him because he's a Marine. And when I say troops versus soldiers, it's very different. It is very different for Marines and Army and all the different branches of the military. I'm sure have different names they call themselves and probably understand what I'm saying. But those of you that don't, ask someone who was in the military and then you'll get it. But this one has some more of those green, red, and gray, like poker chip looking things in it. And then 6 more dice, 3 red and 3 black. And they're just regular 6-sided dice. And that's in the China one. So I'm guessing that I think it was the Italy one in the other box. And the China in this box are like the big teams. And the rest of them might be smaller. I don't know. United Kingdom setup, which I thought we saw in the other one. But maybe these are just like an expansion. I don't know. Again, more vehicles and more men, and again, different color. And then we have United States. So yes, this is exactly the same as the other one. Men, vehicles. And these are like what I would refer to as an army green. It looks much like the army's green that they use. And last we have Japan. And again, these are like an orangey kind of color. This one has a lot of vehicles in it. I mean, a lot of ships and trucks and planes and tanks. And then more guys. So that's the Japan. So that's everything that comes in this 2-box game. So as you can see, it's massive. Massive, massive, massive. one box is intimidating enough, let alone two. So I really don't know how to even begin my guess besides just reading off the box. Usually Gimpy likes to give me like a goal of who, what, when, and where. So the when is 1940. The where is the Pacific. The who is, what do we say? There's Italy, United Kingdom, China, Japan, United States, and Germany. I think I named them all. I can always open up the box and just cheat real quick. So we have Anzac. I don't know what that is. I think it's Australia. China, United Kingdom, United States, Japan. And also the other box had Italy and Germany, I think. So we have Italy, Soviet Union, Germany, United States, France, and United Kingdom. So those were all the different countries represented in this game. Like I said, on the front of the box, I don't know if you can see them both or not, but there are two different pictures on the front. But yeah, it says it is a World War II strategy game, 2 to 4 players. See, this one says 2 to 5 players, 610 plus playing pieces. And this one says 2 to 4 players, 500 plus playing pieces. So he told me this was one, but it looks like two slightly different of the same game, but they're different. Clearly they're different. There's different countries, different pieces, but everything else kind of looks the same. And he had me do them together. So I'm kind of confused why this one's 2 to 5 players and this one's only 2 to 4 players. I'm guessing it has to do with the countries that are inside of each box. Like there's only 4 in this one and there's 5 in this one. But I don't know if they cannot be played together, why they're together. Unless this was like a Kickstarter deal or a sell, or maybe they just come packaged together because it's the same game, just two different. Okay, wait. I'm just noticing something very different that I didn't notice before. He's probably going to be like, duh. This one says Pacific 1940, and this one says Europe 1940. So there's the main difference on the box. And that must be why they are different. But they are still part of the, what was it? Axis and Allies. Like, that's the name of the game. But the Pacific and the Europe are the different, like, I don't know how to explain it. But, yeah. So that's been my opening of Axis and Allies. Again, I felt like this was boring. I hope it wasn't too boring. But there was a lot, but not a lot that needed a lot of explanation. It was a lot of just like, look at these flags. A lot of look at these dudes and look at these cars and look at these trucks and look at these tanks. And the tanks and the trucks, very cute, I will say. But we have to keep them put away because my husband had a game on the table last month. Wasn't that long ago. He just put it up. And it had little pieces. And my daughters were in here. My 2 middle daughters were in here. And they had went and got their Polly Pockets. I know a lot of you are probably like, what's a Polly Pocket? It's this little teeny tiny, they come in these little like compact looking things and you open it up and it's this little miniature like house or city or land. It comes with these little tiny dolls and all these little tiny accessories. And it's like a dollhouse, but miniature. So when they saw those miniature tanks and cars and different things, zombies is their favorite. They ran and got their Polly Pockets to come and join. And my second oldest, McKenna, she just turned 5 on New Year's. She was having her Polly Pockets fight Daddy's zombies. And that's like one of her favorite things to do. So this has lots of those little pieces that would be the perfect size for Polly Pocket. So I know that we're going to have to keep these picked up in a way because otherwise, like my daughters are not going to be able to keep their hands off of it. So yeah, I guess I gave you my guess. I don't know. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, I just wanted to hit on, we have been talking a lot about that new channel. So if that's something that you guys think you would be interested in, a chat video or a chat channel where that's all we do is just talk about different topics, please comment or like this to let us know if that would be worth our time. Because we would enjoy making it, but only if you would enjoy watching it. And I don't want to say the word because I know YouTube's so weird right now about like flagging videos for mentioning the word we shall not speak. But in 2020, when the bad first came and we were all locked away in our homes, We did the diaries where we just did like discussions about different things. People liked them and we enjoyed making them. That's what that channel would be like. So go watch those videos to get an idea of what the channel would be like. And if you think that's a good idea or you'd like it, just comment and let us know, because, you know, that will help us. But other than that, be sure to like, be sure to subscribe if you're not. And I have 2 more guesses that I'm going to be filming this week. So you're going to be seeing a lot of me. And I hope that you are so excited, because when I get on this channel, it's like bomb, right? Just kidding. But anyways, I'm going to go get my kids to bed. Hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I will see you in the next one. Bye! Don't put my dance moves in. Although, much better than your dance moves, because I'm going to reenact our honeymoon dance moves. I should. I almost paused on, I'm going to reenact our honeymoon sip dance moves. I paused at the wrong time because I know where your mind was going, hun. But I'm going to reenact the dance moves that you showed me when we were on our honeymoon. And we were in the club on the ship when we were on our honeymoon. So guys, for all of you out there who've wondered if Gimpy dances, he does. But this is his move. Except for it doesn't go to the rhythm. It doesn't go to a beat. It's more like this, kind of sticking it out there, and he just kind of bounces around, but it is not rhythmic. It does not go to the beat. Basically, I forbade him at that point from dancing and said, look, you just, like on that movie with Will Smith where he says, you keep it here. That's where Gimpy has to keep it. So, love you, hun. Mwah!